Oh, hey, look. Now it's starting to record.
Yay. Oh, you can see it too? Nice.
It's at the top of the screen.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go. 3, 2, Take 3 Wrestling Podcast coming to you on June. It's June 2nd, but June 3rd, posting June 3rd.
We're not taking
2022. I'm your host, Ernest E.J. Christian, alongside Mikey B, and there's no Joe. We do got Jim. Again.
Wow. Hey, hold on.
Can you not disrespect me like that? I'm
as miserable as
Stop acting like, oh, we got Jim again, as if I'm not here every week.
Hey, fuck you. I asked, can I move into your house? You said no.
Hold on.
I don't have room for you.
You got a couch. I saw your fucking couch today. You showed me your couch.
You sleep on it?
Let's backtrack this. Hold on. Let's backtrack this. Take 3 Wrestling Podcast. Me, it's Mike. It's the fuck stick over there. That's the toolbox. We have no Joe as of right now. Currently under the weather. If he doesn't show up, sorry, Joe.
Lost along.
We're joined, as always, by the 4th member of the team, Big Jim. Jim, how we doing?
Doing great, Mike. How are you?
Doing well. And we're joined this week by a special guest, currently eating some water ice, looking confused as all.
Dude, get a screenshot, fucker. Get a screenshot of that shit. That's fucking.
Do you even know how to run a show, EJ? Like,
no, it's late night. This is like basically like Take 3 count after dark.
No,
what are you
stop.
talking about? This is the earliest we've hit record on Take 3 in a month and a half.
That's true. Actually, that's actually pretty true.
This is actually Toolbox After Dark, where he just sits there and looks retarded as fuck, and we have to keep this thing afloat.
First place.
Ryan, how you doing?
It's June, asshole.
First. I didn't think Jim was going to be here either.
So, like, oh,
bye, Jim. Bye.
Tell you? Well, I can't be shocked. He doesn't know how to run a show, so it is.
He also doesn't know how to run a soundboard.
Nope. That's why.
You don't got soundboards on this show?
I'll let you guys talk. I have to answer this phone call momentarily.
Too, and like I was not gonna drop any curses because I didn't know how y'all ran this show.
It's pretty similar.
You fucking Mark!
I think within 30 seconds you were yelling "fuck it, Jim."
Yeah.
No, this isn't a Hershey free podcast in any way, shape, or form. Mike, there's times Mike and EJ use the F word like it's a comma.
Fuck. Yeah.
So.
Anyway, gotta have you, Ryan. Finally, all this time.
Yeah.
One time.
I was waiting. I'm sorry. This is really fucking cold. I was waiting for my invite, and it never came. What is
it with you and coming and came?
Huh? I was waiting. I was waiting to be invited to come. Came in, and I finally got the invite. And then Jim, on the last moments before we left our show, was like, you were talking about Mark, and I was like, you just should get Mark on the show because Mark's the guy that makes you laugh.
No, I mean, you guys all make me laugh, really, but you included.
You need Mark. And then we recorded 2 episodes and Mark wasn't even there. I didn't even.
I know Mark was. I saw. By the way, I got some for your ass, fucking Jim, because I caught you for a couple minutes today talking shit. Fucking when I was checking to see Mark on the show, he wasn't there.
Shocker! You talk shit all the fucking time, and nobody smacked you in the back of your head.
What was I talking shit about today?
Yeah, when something about the Heat. Tim goes, the Heat. Sorry, EJ. He goes, I don't feel sorry for EJ. Dick.
Because he shouldn't.
I don't care. You guys had your shot. You lost.
Capitals. Fishing trip.
Yeah. So, you run your mouth about my team. I'm
exactly. And you're a Cowboy. You know what's fuck you? You know what it is, though? Is there any team that we root for together? No. Every team that you root for needs sport, I hate, right? And vice versa.
My God, turkey tits.
Cowboys in football, right? Obviously.
Yeah. Well, you're a Cowboy.
The Orioles, shut the fuck up. The Orioles, I guess, okay. I don't know.
How the fuck are you going to hate the Orioles?
Nobody can hate the Orioles.
Orioles fans hate the Orioles. Don't even try to.
Okay, hold on. If you hate the Orioles, that's like hating the Special Olympics. I
agree. I totally agree with you on that one.
You're a fucking monster if you hate the Orioles.
I don't hate the Capitals, actually. I was rooting for you guys a couple years ago when you guys beat Vegas. I mean.
Well, that's because Vegas sucks and you don't watch hockey.
Well, I don't like Ovechkin too. So,
buddy. Oh, hold on. Let's backtrack this. 6 days ago, you didn't even know that the fucking Rangers are still in the fucking Stanley Cup playoffs.
That's bullshit. I didn't know that.
Bitch, I talked to you about it. You were like, oh, they're still in? I'm in Heat mode. Guess what? We turned the heat off, and now you're like, let's go Rangers!
It tells you how much a big Heat fan I am now. I'm fucking like heavily invested.
So the real question is, Mike, who do you think is going to win the Lady Bing Trophy?
The what?
Yeah, see, you're not a hockey fan.
The Lady Bing
bong.
Why is Mike frozen?
What's wrong with you, idiot?
Hey, Mike, get some lighting there, but I can't see your face. Look
Bing,
blacker
bing,
than
bong,
fucking...
bong, bing, bing, bing.
I'm currently sitting here because I have a shot at the game, and I'm gonna try to record as much of this before my computer starts to die. So yeah, I mean.
So before we get started,
you know who won't win Lady Bing, Ryan? I'm gonna be brutally honest with you, Ryan Reeves, because that guy's a douche.
Oh, he's so awful.
Raging bag of douche.
Hate him.
Is that Ryback?
Yes, feed me sports.
Anyway, if we get this party started, we got a nice show today for you guys.
Hold on. Since I know Big Jim didn't do this.
Okay, what?
And I told him that if he didn't do this, I was gonna do it while Ryan was on the show.
Okay, what is
totally didn't fucking do it. That's right. You're right. 100%.
Go ahead.
Ryan, I've decided that we're gonna make the month of June a 3-count take 3 podcast extravaganza.
Oh, that sounds fun.
What I want to do is I have 2 different tournament ideas that I would like to do. I have the AEW Trios tournament, and I have the worst title belt design tournament. I want us to pick one of them. I want there to be a 3-count, a 3CT side of the bracket, and I want there to be a take 3 side of the bracket, which will coincide in a super podcast where we get as many of us as humanly possible to then argue why we believe the winner of our bracket should be the overall champion.
That sounds fucking awful. It sounds like a lot more work than good.
And Mike, this is what Mike does all the time. He creates these fucking projects just to create more work.
Hold on.
And they get
Hold on.
I
don't
like,
dude, you've been talking about this WWE at 40 thing for the last year and a half.
I gave you 5 goddamn months to fucking get your list together. 5 months.
Ernest, you can't send me the list for Wrestler of the Month until Thursday at 3:35.
Well, to be
I'm
fair,
literally in the middle of production,
but
trying to do math.
Michael, I had an excuse this week though. I have a sick house, wife, kids, all sick.
Thursday Friday morning, our show goes live. Thursday night, when the show stopped recording before you even posted the motherfucker, I sent you all the list of people to vote for.
He's upset.
You had Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I get it. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Mike. Okay, Mike.
Right in front of guests.
But Mike, did you die?
But did you die? Did you about to?
Anyway, before we get this party started,
or come get your husband.
So she's in bed. Anyway, so I started doing this on my podcast recently. Like, you know, guys love ranking things. You know, power rankings with this fucking guy.
1A, 1B, I know.
So, you know, I started doing like every week on my podcast a top 5 ranking for different random things and shit. So Ryan, of course, is 1/5 of the 3-Count Thursday podcast.
Sir, don't disrespect them.
You're gonna love this, Mike. So
they're 3CT, sir. Don't fucking count. What?
Whatever. 3CT podcast, radio show, radio bits, whatever you call it. So in lieu of Ryan's appearance her first time on Take Wrestling, I have ranked here the top 5 Ryan Miller soundbites of 3CT. Number 5, my fifth favorite Ryan Miller soundbite is.
Oh wait,
am I supposed to just say them for you?
No, I haven't said it already.
Well, I thought you were gonna.
Jim, my fifth favorite, EJ's fifth favorite Ryan Miller soundbite is.
It came into me. Yep.
You like
that was that. I remember
what came into you. What came into you, buddy?
That's a great question. I was dreaming. I was sleeping, and Haystacks Calhoun came into me in a dream. And that is why I put Haystacks Calhoun on my Wrestler of the Week. Once I was trying to justify it to Jim, just to piss him off because he takes shit way too seriously. and I was explaining how Haystacks Calhoun, the Vision, came into me while I was sleeping.
Yeah.
He came into me.
He came into. Wow, I love coming to you.
I'm not surprised that Ernest is gonna have a lot of Ryan's sound bites that have come in it. I really thought we had one gay guy on the show. We actually have two.
No. It's just funny bites. So anyway, in lieu of that, my fourth favorite Ryan Miller soundbite is.
I'll take a shot in the mouth.
See? How did I know? Ernest is going to be the second gay person on the show.
That's a good one. This was Matt got vaccinated first out of the group because he worked in some sort of medical field. Yeah. And we were saying, like, you can catch COVID from saliva transfer. And if Matt has a superpower, I would have Matt spit in my mouth to give me the vaccine as well to do my part to end the pandemic. So, of course, I would take it. Of course I would.
EJ's third favorite Ryan Miller soundbite is.
It's big. It's enormous.
Yeah, this is just Ernest coming out of the closet. This is all this is. This is all this is. Joe, I'm sorry you're missing this episode. You go back and listen to it in the morning.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what that one's to. I'm assuming it was about our listener Devin and his giant dong.
No, 100%. I actually think we were talking about. Were we talking about Conrad Thompson and you were talking about the size of his head?
Either that or Nia Jax.
My hole.
My hole. No, I think we were talking about. I think it was we were talking about when we went and saw him and Bruce at
in Baltimore.
Yeah, what the hell's the name of that fucking place?
Jimmy's
Famous.
Jimmy's Famous.
Wow. And you said about Conrad's head and how large it was.
That might be. That sounds right.
Mm-hmm. EJ's second favorite Ryan Miller soundbite from 3CT is.
He was invited to come.
Wow, I'm surprised that one didn't make number one.
Yeah.
No, there's one better. Because my number one favorite 3CT.
I'm assuming that was about not inviting everybody to trivia on the podcast. Because they were yelling at everybody, and we said we invited them to come.
I think that was you. Either I was a guest on the show or something.
No, not that one.
No, I was invited to come. Literally, was because somebody was a guest on the show, and I think your dumbass was like, "Why can't I ever be on the show?" And I think Ryan literally said that because you're an idiot.
I feel like if that happened, I feel like that was me spoofing myself because I feel like he was invited to come. Happened to go.
Yeah,
that was old. That's really old. That's really old.
That's
like
that's an older fight.
That's too.
All right, maybe you were just refreshing it for Ernest.
It might have been. I just, you know what? I have to stay on brand and play the hits.
Yeah, and my number one favorite Ryan Miller soundbite from 3CT is.
I'm a sausage guy.
It's a T-shirt too.
Yep,
it's a T-shirt.
Also. That one was pretty early in the podcast. We were talking about pizzas and pies. I like sausage on a pizza.
Mad gay.
I'm a sausage guy. I enjoy sausage on a pizza. Our local pizza has the crumbly sausage, which I find really good. You crumble it on there.
Are you the salty guy? Do it again.
You don't gotta pinch the balls while you're doing that, EJ. just crumble it on the pie,
guy.
Oh God. So ranking. Don't you feel special now, Ryan?
That's fair. Well, I don't. I don't even know. I thought this was a fucking wrestling podcast.
No, see, the first 12 minutes are always us just trolling Ernest, and then we want to get in the wrestling talk. Because it's literally Ernest said some dumb shit on Twitter, so we have to give him shit about something.
Ernest has a Twitter? Oh, shit, I should probably follow that if he's going to have me on a show.
It's I'm an idiot, Ernest Christian.
Miami Heat, MiamiHeat.com, Twitter.org. Anyway, so it's a good show that we have planned. Ryan, your topic go first because your topic is actually really interesting.
I was supposed to bring a topic.
You brought a topic, remember? We told you that.
I don't remember this at all. Nobody tells me what's going on here.
Welcome to my world, EJ. Welcome to my fucking world.
Wow, are you serious?
Right. I absolutely remember. I remember what we talked about. Yeah, this is of course I do. Yeah, man. My main was about profanity in wrestling promos, and really it stems down to you have an angry MJF, and he's saying things like the shits, like the word shit, like and then obviously the F word gets blurred out. But does like the word shit on TBS carry as much weight when they're in the second segment and it's the 13th shit we've already heard?
The shock value is gone at that point by 13. Yeah.
You fucking mark!
Now that's wild. But that got blurred out. You didn't hear that.
It didn't because the clip came from the Fight broadcast because it's broadcast internationally on Fight.
Are you serious?
I am serious, Mark. But so yeah, it got censored here, but it did not get censored on Fight.
Oh well, that's good to know.
Yay,
so
Fight!
Like, I don't know. I just feel like
it's because the Europeans don't give a fuck.
Yay.
They don't. The Canadians love it too. I don't know. I just feel like the word shit, and that I think the promo was fine without it. You didn't have to go that route to do it. I've done commentary for independent professional wrestling. I've dropped the shit word once. I've dropped shit once as a holy shit.
By accident, right?
No, it wasn't. It was absolutely intentional. Lufisto was on ringside, and Death Valley Driver and Stephanie Sinclair threw a table onto a cement floor with no fucking padding, and I just popped. It popped me. It really did. And holy shit, just flew right out of my mouth. So it was a very organic thing that it was never like scripted to ever say that.
Mm-hmm.
I purposely did not ever cuss on air because
you're a church boy?
I didn't want to. I'm not a church boy. Absolutely not. No, I'm not far from that. But it's not my product. If the owner said I could say what I want, and that was fine. But I always wanted to keep it clean. So one time in the 5 or 6 years that I've done it, have I ever sworn on air? But I don't know. I just feel like it waters it down a little bit. Great promo. I'm not trying to take away from the promo, but I guess my topic is too much swear? Is there such thing as like too much swearing?
Well, I think you're onto something because it's, to me, I think of it in the same light as blood. I think AEW goes to the blood well too frequently. WWE doesn't ever go to it, or if it happens, it's by accident. But so we saw half of the Anarchy match, guys just bleeding gushers, and then we saw Moxley bleeding, and Daniel Garcia in the main event. There's always blood. I feel like every AEW show that isn't Rampage Dark or Dark Evolution Dark has at least one or two blood spots in them.
But is there guts?
Sometimes.
Blood and guts.
But no, I think you're right. I mean, the one episode of Dynamite, and I think it was one of the first ones Daniel Bryanson was on.
And Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, Brian Daniel Bryanson, or whatever his name is. They said shit. I mean, it had to have been like 30 times in the first hour. It felt, and it was like, okay, I get it. You can say shit. Was the episode sponsored by the word shit? Like it does.
That South Park episode,
right? Like sometimes I feel like they do it just because they can.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
And it's like it doesn't quite hit the same. Like I feel like people laugh like when WWE drops the word bitch like in a promo between two women, but like I feel like it has more impact because you don't hear that language in WWE that often.
Wait, are you talking about WWE or Impact?
WWE. Oh. Yeah, because I said Impact.
Well,
yeah, say Impact. Yeah.
Why would I talk about Impact, Ryan?
Yeah. No, you're right. They do it because they can, and it's one of those things where like, okay, when they first started the company back in 2019, and you heard it like on TV, like, oh crap, you're allowing this now? I think Jericho said it first actually. And I remember saying, "Whoa, this is crazy!" And then obviously their product is a little more edgier than WWE present day, so you kind of have that kind of attitude era feel to some degree. But yeah, I think now it's so common now that the shock value is gone. So I think, do they say it a little too much? Yeah, I mean, obviously the MJF thing from last night was a little more over the top. I mean, I don't think anybody's ever used the S word and whatnot like so egregiously in one promo. But even then, even before that, like it's a little too much. I like to have like, look, I don't mind cussing in general. It's just that it doesn't feel special when you do it in wrestling. So egregious. The reason why Attitude Era was so well remembered is because like that era was such an anomaly. The things they were doing was so different from what we ever saw prior to that for years. Not just in WWE, but any wrestling promotion for that matter. Prior to 1997, 1998. So I wish to be a little special. I wish I'm not saying not to cuss, just not as much.
I'm gonna go out and say that Joe Lopez got this one right whenever we've talked about this before. Mm-hmm. Tony Khan is booking ECW with no budget. He's kind of letting people go out and say and do things like Paul used to do in ECW, and that's why it's like, oh, this is such a different thing. This is so much edgier than WWE. It's because I don't necessarily know that they want to be WWE. They want to be the renegade promotion. They want to be ECW with a better TV deal. I don't think Tony Khan wants this to be WWE. When you look at it from the standpoint, we talked about this in the group chat, AEW is booking to their niche fan group and just their fan group, and they're not trying to stretch out to gain WWE fans to the extreme that they probably could. And if they don't do that, then where do we see them? And I said it in the chat. I see them as they are ECW. We're an alternative. If you want to come watch us, we're more than glad to have you. If you don't want to come watch us, guess what? We're still going to do what we do for the people that show up for our shows. And I truly believe that that's how Tony sees this. He doesn't want to be WCW. He's never wanted to be WCW. He wants to be ECW. He wants to have the guys that fizzle out of WWE. Like Steve Austin, perfect example. Stone Cold gets released from WCW, goes into ECW, cuts a great promo, has a couple of really good matches. That's Jon Moxley, like, to a T.
Yeah.
If Austin stays in ECW, he ends up being the champion probably for an extended period of time, cutting those same promos where he's shitting on fucking WCW and Eric Bischoff and all of that. Jon Moxley leaves WWE, has this contract thing. I'm going to go over here and do this. I'm going to go back to doing whatever the fuck I want. Was the champion for fucking 200 plus days. It genuinely feels like this is the 2022 version of Tony Khan presents, Paul Heyman presents ECW.
No, you're right. You're right. And the more we see AEW's product, in especially in recent months, it's clear that it's not WWE at all. It is an alternative.
And anyone who has watched any ECW knows that the one thing that Paul Heyman never did was put reins on his promos for anyone, from Taz to RVD to Sabu to Bill Alfonso to Shane Douglas. Doesn't matter. 1 through 12. If you had 12 guys cutting promos, didn't matter. You go out there and drop the F-bomb, guess what? Run with it. You go up there and tell them that someone's eating a bag of shit, you run with it. He never cared. And I feel like that's what Tony Khan's doing. It's one of those things where it's like, what are they going to do? Find me here. I'll pay it. What are they going to do? Kick me off the network? I'll make my own network.
Well, and in Tony's defense, he's halfway through a mountain of coke in the back, so he probably legitimately does not care. So he may not even be able to hear words at that point. So
I thought it was hilarious. I was watching the show, went to the movie theater with a couple friends, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, we haven't gotten a Tony Khan yelling into a microphone appearance yet. Like, what the fuck is going on? And then he walks Martha out, and I'm like, oh, hey, there's a Tony Khan appearance. I've been waiting for this.
It made it super awkward. Yeah. Like, it was a very awkward, interaction.
Very awkward.
I literally was just like, how long before Tony makes an appearance? I mean, this is fucking Double or Nothing. He's got to come out in some way, shape, or form, right? Sure as fuck, it's to walk Martha out. I'm like,
I'm glad I was the only one that felt that, watching her there was a little bit weird. Like, I heard a couple of podcasters also too saying, a little weird. Not because of her being there in general. This is just the, or knowing the story of Martha Hart and Owen and 23 years after and all that, and her being on AEW. It just felt weird. That's all.
I have found the whole, and don't get me wrong, I am very happy that there is a place in wrestling that legally, I suppose, it's such a strange situation, but like legally can like talk about and honor Owen Hart. But like it feels very weird for a company that, like, Tony Khan was like in middle school when Owen Hart died.
Yeah.
Because he's like my age, and Ryan's
mid 30s.
So like, it feels very weird for a company run by a guy who was in middle school when the tragic accident happened to be like the company that is like the gatekeeper to Owen Hart now. It's it's a weird thing. I'm glad there's a place where you can like say Owen Hart and like talk about Owen Hart, but like making, and like I'll probably buy the Owen Hart figure when it comes out, but it still feels it's not like
WWE doesn't want to do anything about it. It's Martha Hart saying no. I don't.
Correct. I mean, they did the King of Hearts DVD.
Yeah.
So like because WWE owns like all the footage that WWE owns, the Stampede Wrestling and all the WWE and WCW footage, any WCW footage that has Owen Hart in it. WWE owns it.
Yeah.
They could. They literally could put Owen Hart in the Hall of Fame.
It's not, they would do it. I'm sure. It's Martha.
No. I think that's the line. I don't think that they'll ever put him in the Hall of Fame.
No.
Wait, if Martha says go ahead and do it, you don't think they wouldn't do it?
No. Here's the thing. I don't think she ever will let them do it. Like
we agree. No, we agree with that. I'm gonna say if Martha said, you know what, screw it, you can do it.
The best bet that you're ever getting Owen Hart in the Hall of Fame is when she dies.
Yeah.
And you convince Oj and Athena.
Or
that's the only way that's fucked up. Let's
WWE buys out AEW.
Do they need to have Martha's blessing to do it?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean,
do they?
Here's the thing. I don't
think
they needed to. They should. But WWE.
I think that's maybe something that nobody knows because of that lawsuit being settled out of court.
Right.
That's fair.
Yeah.
There may be something in there that says, don't fucking ask me if I get to a point where I think that you can honor Owen,
but
I'll come to you and have the conversation.
But it is a divided issue within the Hart family, from what I'm told, though. Like, I know Brett wants him in there, a couple of guys want him in there.
Okay, but here's the thing, and I'm going to play the devil's advocate here.
Good.
Okay? I get it. The Hart family lost a brother. Okay? I get it. Martha lost her husband and the parent of her two kids. Right. That's her call.
Of course, absolutely.
Oh yeah, no. Look, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that she's in the wrong for not.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the split between the Hart family.
Right.
That is 100% her call and her call.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, without question.
But yeah, it's because like I said, they put out the DVD and years ago, and so like I don't know where the legality stands, but yeah, I know you talked about on your solo show the other day, EJ, and like yeah, it feels weird because it's our business. It's a money grab. It's a money grab. We can say it.
It's just strange, dude.
It's a strange. By AEW.
They put out could have been agreed upon in that thing. Okay, I'll let you do one thing for Owen. That's it.
Yeah.
It's a DVD. No Hall of Fame, no action figures,
right?
No video game.
But Martha on Double or Not, like coming out Double or Nothing. I mean, the whole Owen Hart Cup. I mean, it's a smart business play, but let's be honest, it's a money grab.
Of course it is.
It's a business play by AEW because it's something they know that WWE can't do, and it makes them look good because the Owen Hart Foundation endorses AEW.
I will say this, and maybe this is the fucked up wrestling fan that go to wrestling shows and watch wrestling shows in movie theaters.
Right.
I shit you not, there was a part where she was talking and someone literally said, "Play the music." Like it's the Oscars to play her off. I'm literally like, oh my God, that's so good. Just start playing the music before you even hand them the titles. Just play them off the stage.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, that's epic. Back to the cursing in wrestling. I don't necessarily think that it's needed. When you're looking at the two companies, obviously WWE isn't going to do it because of the PG trying to stay family friendly.
Correct.
AEW being a renegade, doing whatever they want. I think they're going to play with fire more. And if they do get on a streaming network, maybe an HBO Plus, or they set up their own thing that allows people to go out there and cut more aggressive promos, I think you will see it more in the future. I'm telling you right now, for those of you at home that don't know, wait for that first uncensored Eddie Kingston promo, then come talk to me about all the shits and fucks in promos.
Right?
Yeah, because if we can get an uncensored Eddie Kingston promo leading into Guts and Blood, I think that would be fucking ridiculous.
This also opens discussion too.
Guts and Guts!
Thank you, William.
Discussion we had earlier on text, Mike and Jim, about AEW growing their audience, because again, numbers this week, it was 950,000, I think it was viewers last night on Dynamite.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. Again, they have pretty much hit a ceiling in terms of like growing their audience, and we said this for years now. Okay, what is their plan? Is their plan to cater to just the base they have now? They want to grow their audience and whatnot, and the cursing thing is part of that argument.
I just said what their goal is. Their goal is to be the renegade promotion.
Right.
If you want to come enjoy what we're doing because you enjoy professional wrestling or you enjoy people dropping F-bombs and promos, then this is for you. If you enjoy being able to watch shows with your children or your nephew or somebody like that, then you stay with the WWE promotion. Ernest, you're going through it right now. You do not let Eli watch AEW from the very specific reason of the blood and the profanity.
Right.
You let him watch WWE because they put on competitive wrestling matches. They wrestle. Sometimes they shake hands. Sometimes, the most random, obscure thing you're going to get.
He loves Alexa Bliss.
You might get one of these in a WWE ring in some way.
Right. Or you'll get, Sami Zayn at WrestleMania.
But that's the max of what you're getting. You're not getting a promo where MJF looks in the camera and just starts dropping F-bombs left and right.
Right.
It's you have your adult company, AEW, and you have the company of like leading your children into the adulthood that is WWE.
No, right. But here's the thing, though, Mike. Can you grow an audience doing that, though?
No, you can't.
And today in 2022, 2023, 2020, moving forward. Because, okay, yeah, we can say, as the era was the biggest boom we ever had, and they did all that during that era. But that's a different anomaly. That was a different time, that's just different.
You can grow an audience, but your audience is going to end up being older WWF fans who have just kind of stopped watching wrestling altogether until somebody shows them that the alternative is there.
Right.
But I think
that's not a big growth. That's not a lot.
Nor sustainable. Nor sustainable.
You can say Tony Khan's like the greatest booker and a wonderful booker, and I think he is. I mean, you went from the MJF promo where he said Tony Khan needs his money to pay former WWE guys into a match with two former WWE guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's brilliant booking. He's not a good businessman. Brilliant booker.
Awful businessman. Awful.
Yeah, and I mean, because here's the thing, eventually, the older you get. So, let's say you tune into AEW because you're 35 years old and you're tired of the childish stuff you see on WWE. What happens in 3 or 4 years when you hit 40? Are you do you still want to hear guys saying, shit and fuck on TV?
It gets old.
You know what I mean? So
there's a reason why 18 to 35 is their demographic.
Right.
Because you get a fan in there at 18, you sink your teeth into them until they're 25, 26, and they get sick and tired of wrestling. It's the rinse, rather, repeat. Vince McMahon would rather sell 700,000 tickets to 12-year-olds. You want to know why? Because they got to sell 700,000 more to the parents that have to take them to the show, pay for the drinks, pay for the merchandise. It's why John Cena has a new shirt every other week.
Oh, dude.
He's got my kid. I got 5 belts here.
There was a episode of Raw or SmackDown that we went to years ago, and I just remember seeing a dad with, because we never buy merch, because first off, they don't have fat enough sizes at the live shows. But secondly, because we know that if we go on WWEshop.com, that same t-shirt is going to be buy one, get one 50% off, buy two, get one free. Some sort of deal is going to be on the shop site. That little 7-year-old kid that wants the Cena hat, wristbands, necklace, t-shirt combo at $80 isn't going to take. We'll buy it. We'll buy it online when we get home for an answer. They want it now. They're going to throw a fit if they don't get it now. So I just see a dad like just with wads of money, just
that wallet,
just plopping it down on the merch table, and like that's the WWE is a merchandising machine. But like to the point about AEW and like their audience, going into last night, you had CM Punk as with his championship coronation in a 6-man tag match that nobody gave a shit about.
Yeah,
seriously. But then also you had all the MJF drama, and you still drew less than 1 million viewers without the NBA finals on. Like, like the NHL was number one for the night. Like if the NBA's on, AEW has probably 800,000 people or less.
Right.
Like, and I get, I'm not trying to use just the viewers thing, because I don't think ratings is like the true metric, but they're not gaining an audience because they jerk off their base.
Dirk White.
Like they jerk off their base, but in the same time, like, so if they wanted to grow a like wrestling audience, if they wanted to grow a sports entertainment audience, because let's be honest, they're part sports entertainment, they could do that. However, you're going to alienate your core that literally has things like "fuck the Fed" like in their Twitter bios.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you run the risk, if you want to grow your business and your brand, you have the risk of alienating the people that really pay your bills.
You're literally describing ECW.
Right, exactly.
It was fuck the Fed for however long. Then he had to get a national TV deal and turned into the Fed. And that's why it ended up blowing up in his face.
Who is this guy's father? Like, does he own the fucking Jaguars or some laughing stock of a football team? Come on.
What's a budget? I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
I want to see those books, those AW books. Seriously, those financials. I really do.
You don't.
You
don't.
Tony doesn't want to see him.
I had a buddy.
There's a legitimate reason why.
Yeah.
Every fan in the world is like, oh my God, they have 4 pay-per-views. They could sell out a football stadium. There's a reason why they won't do it. They have a stadium in their backyard that they could use free of charge, and they're not doing it. It's because they know they cannot fill a 50,000-seat arena.
Yeah.
Well,
let's be real.
And plus, they can't, because their product anyway does not even cater to the amount of people they fill a stadium.
You could book perfectly between now and All Out. And you could announce tomorrow that All Out is at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
You'll sell 25 to 30,000 seats, and you'll tarp off the entire upper deck, and you'll act like it doesn't fucking exist.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it does not matter. They will not fill an NFL stadium. You want to know why? Because people like you, Ernest, won't let their kids watch the show.
Correct.
You're selling
Jay.
You're selling
fuck, man,
instead of selling 4 tickets.
Yeah.
Instead of me and my kid and Mike and his kid, whatever, it's me, Mike, and Joe. That is it. Boom.
Yeah, it's me and you. We'd love to take our wives, but we can't because someone has to stay back to watch the kids. If it was a more family-friendly product, it's now you, your wife, and your 2 kids, me, Carol, and my 3 kids. You just sold 9 tickets.
Yeah.
By not being
right.
Well, it's a numbers game.
But not only would you have sold 9 tickets, but what you lost is 7 tickets.
Yeah.
Correct.
Those numbers add up real quick.
7 tickets times 100 people.
Right. They can change that by altering the product and making it more, pleasable to a fucking wider audience, but they're not going to do that, I guess.
Exactly, because it took ECW how long to figure out, hey, for us to be sustainable, we have to be more like WWE, even though we don't want to be. And that's why they got so far in debt that they couldn't get their head above water.
Well, their fans, like you said, started to turn their backs with the TNN product. All they had to do was get on TV, and that was really the worst thing for that brand was the TNN deal.
Yeah,
it forced them to not be what they were.
And honestly, the best thing on TNN at that time was Slam Ball. By the way, I don't care what anyone else says.
Slam Ball.
What was the roller hockey or the roller derby thing?
Roller derby one.
That was a lot of fun too.
But really, like if you think about it, like in the like entertainment climate that we have with more people, especially in that like target demo that AEW holds very, very dear to their heart. More people in that demo are using streaming services. I know it's been a rumor since like the Discovery merger and all of that about AEW getting a streaming service with HBO Max or something like that.
Is there a reason why they won't just go on the Discovery Plus app?
Well, and here's my thought is like, everybody's worried about, well, are they going to piss off, the TV executives by saying F-bombs and this and that? Like to actually to serve like their fan base, would moving to a streaming service where you don't have those limitations actually be a better thing for them? Because like EJ, like we're in the process of watching through like the Real World Homecoming, and I wasn't thinking about the fact when I started watching the first episode of the New Orleans season Homecoming, when I like Julie drops an F-bomb and I was like, oh shit, that's right, we're not on MTV. Like you can,
and allowing F-bombs all throughout the fucking season.
Like it's unedited. Like so maybe that's actually could be in AEW and maybe even Discovery with the app to their favor.
I mean, maybe again. Go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead.
The real joke of all this is if you really go back to the beginning of AEW, Tony Khan's like, I'm not going to be a character on the show, and with MJF's promo, it made him a character on that show.
Yeah,
more than ever.
Yeah.
So you've sold out
all over again.
It is.
You fucking mark.
It is.
Yeah.
That's actually a great segue because Jim's topic is about MJF and this whole thing, whether we think it's a work or a shoot or whatever it may be, or go ahead, Jim.
I mean, I feel like it's becoming more and more evident. I mean, like especially today with like the removal of his merchandise, the removal of him from the website, which first off, like the removal of the merchandise thing that like Sean Ross Sapp tweeted out, like clearly not even like if you know anything about like general website stuff, like it is clearly not a real 404 error. It's a little nerdy thing, but like let's pretend that and there again, I think the beauty of this, and I said it last night, is you don't know how MJF is so good that you don't know where the work ends and the shoot begins, because there is, whether it's work, shoot, whether he already has a contract extension, all of that, and we don't know that there's reality to this situation. We don't know where it begins and ends, but like let's pretend that this is all real, and let's just pretend that like part of the agreement to get MJF to actually show up on Sunday to take the 10 power bombs and then leave the building was he gets a live mic yesterday on Dynamite. And he comes out and delivers that promo, and it's all real, and he wants to be gone. He wants to be let go from AEW, and his ultimate goal is to go to the WWE, and the WWE would sign him yesterday if that was an option, especially right now, and he would come out on SmackDown tomorrow or Hell in a Cell on Sunday. So like pretend it's all real. Would AEW losing MJF actually hurt them more than losing Cody? And like I won't I'll let you guys kind of discuss the stuff. My first thought is absolutely. I think Cody maxed out in AEW, especially given the fact that he could never win a title there.
Yeah. His dumb booking, of course, may cause
Like,
that, but okay.
MJF is what, 24 years old, 25 years old. Like, Cody's in his late 30s. We, as we've proved 8 years ago on 3CT, Cody's on the wrong side of 30. But like, you know, Cody has his goal. He's going back and win WWE title. That's his goal. Maybe he'll come back and finish his career in AEW, the company that he helped start. But MJF is like on the up. Like, this is a guy that like you can invest the future stock in your company with. To me, if you lose him, because he feels like one of those homegrown guys too.
Yeah.
And if lose him,
they put out that stupid pillar shirt. It was him and Jungle Boy, Darby and Paige, or whoever the fuck the other one is.
So let's say you have a house on the beach and you have 4 support beams that are holding your house up. Go ahead and cut one of those off.
But MJF probably, the proof's in the crowd too. There was some Cody's fatigue last year before he left. There was some, you heard in the crowd. You heard the crowd spoke for you about that. MJF gets so much heat on social media, on the shows itself, and the guy barely fucking wrestles. That's the funny thing. He barely wrestles, and he gets so much heat anyway. We had to talk about this actually months ago, Mike, about that. How MJF, is like barely in the ring, but yet he gets so much of this fucking heat and this attention and whatnot. It would be a major loss for AEW, especially. I mean, it's kind of comparable to what we said about Sasha. Well, probably even worse. We were saying about Sasha Banks. If she leaves WWE, would it hurt WWE? It would hurt WWE to some degree, but WWE has enough people around there to make that work around. MJF is easily the biggest heel. Easily, the biggest heel in that company. You lose, and yeah, he has a lot of that juice in that company, in that roster. You lose him, it's a major loss, because I'm always in every feud he's involved in so far. I've been invested heavily into, whether it's CM Punk, whether it's Wardlow, whether it's Jericho, with the whole thing, between them being together and then them breaking up.
His first fucking feud, with Cody.
Right.
I mean, the line in his promo from last night about him making you feel wasn't a lie.
No, not at all.
Scripted or not, that ain't a fucking lie. MJF makes you feel.
All right, so let's see.
By the way, Mike's in a good mood because Boston's came back and not up by 11
I'm going to go on. No, hold on. But I said that I was going to do this from the very beginning, and I'm going to go on my rant here, okay? First off.
I need you need music?
I got Cheez-Its. Hold on.
You got Cheez-Its?
I'll let Jim grab them.
It's Cheez-Its.
Because he knows where this is going.
I wish I brought snacks.
You had a snack, dude.
Yeah, I know. I ate it already.
Yeah, it was good, though, wasn't it?
I wish I brought more snacks then.
What flavor was it?
It was root beer.
Ooh.
All right, I'm back. Go ahead.
Okay, so.
What a fatty.
Rant portion number 1, okay? If Maxwell Jacob Friedman decided on his own admission to not show up to the meet and greet, fine. That's fine. If this is a work and Tony told him to not show up, Tony, go fuck yourself. Fuck you for screwing your fans out of the money knowing that he wasn't coming.
Work a sport.
That's a scumbag move. Hot garbage. Second off, the match, if the agreement was that he then gets a hot mic on Wednesday to a certain extent, fine. Reached an agreement. Let's talk about the medical staff of AEW. Who puts an oxygen mask over somebody's eyeballs? What the fuck? What? I text that to Jim in all capital letters as soon as I saw it. I said, oh my God, they put an oxygen mask over his fucking eyes. So yeah, I digress. Stupidity. I think the reality is that this has now become a very rose-colored line when it comes to Max and what is going on in AEW. I do not think that Max wants to be there anymore, because I believe that Max knows that he could get optimal financial gain by being the heel on Raw to Roman Reigns' heel on SmackDown. He would go over to WWE right away and be in a main event feud with probably Cody Rhodes for the Winged Eagle title.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to guess. So no, I do not believe that Maxwell wants to be there right now.
Do you think it's real? Okay.
I think he's super pissed that the Tony Khan playbook does not include an opt-out button or a, oh my God, fire me button. Because, he's never releasing anybody early from his contracts.
Well, you had Brian Cage recently.
He was signed. He was signed, though.
Tony flexed the option, the 1-year option, without even consulting Brian Cage.
Yeah, he didn't resign. He flexed that option that was stuck in the contract.
Right.
Because his hope is to put Brian Cage on Tony Khan Presents Ring of Honor.
Right. Which, like, if you want to be able to get out, don't put an option in your contract. It's like Chelsea Green. If you don't want WWE to have rights to your name, don't sign your name over to WWE. But, like, it's still kind of a crappy thing just to flex an option without consulting with the guy. It's a bit of dirty pool. So I wouldn't put anything past a billionaire.
No, neither. So that's the thing. Do I think it'll hurt AEW if Max leaves? Yes. Because you tell me who their next good heel is. You tell me where that genuine bad guy is that you want to boo in that company.
Honestly, the only one I can think of is Jericho, and Jerico is.
Stop with that Jericho.
But again, that's
your answer. Then you have a problem.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. And the fact that they go the well to a 51-year-old it's a problem.
Oh, hold on. Ryan sent me a.
That's my first meet for me Monday next Monday. I thought I'd give you a little insider view there.
That's great.
I didn't send it to you, Jim. Put your phone down.
I'm just checking my phone.
Oh, that's so great. I loved it. Oh, that's awesome. All right.
I'll send it to you, Jim. I feel bad now for yelling at you.
Do you have it pre-published on the site?
No, I don't. No.
Look at you.
No.
So here's the thing. When I think about it now, it'll hurt because of the problem of who's next in the heel run for AEW. I don't think there is anyone. Nope. If you're telling me Chris Jericho is the guy, that's a problem.
It's a major problem. That's a problem. It's a major problem.
Okay, but if you're telling me that it's now going to be Aleister Black in the House of Black, okay, because you're going to get good in-ring work from Aleister. You're going to get promos from him. If you tell me that your goal is to now turn Eddie Kingston heel after Blood and Guts, and he's going to be that guy, fine. You have an idea of what's going forward. The problem is none of those balls are moving in that direction, and if Max walked out tomorrow and showed up at Hell in the Cell on Sunday, they would be fucked worse than holy hell. Because
it turns me on.
There's no one to put in that spot to take over to get to the next phase unless you just go full-fledged heel Adam Page to try to win the title back.
Yeah.
I think that Jim's original question, losing MJF, is far worse than losing a Cody Rhodes. For sure. I think Cody was very important to get it off the ground, get it running. With that name recognition. Same thing with Jericho was very important. I think if Jericho's done tomorrow, they can rebound fine without losing Jericho. MJF's that's the hot hand, man. Oh, that really, really is the hot hand. And it would suck a ton to lose him. I don't think though MJF is. I think MJF sees dollar signs with the WWE, but MJF needs to realize he's not going to be the MJF he wants to be in the WWE.
I agree. So it was revealed that MJF makes $200K a year. Considering he doesn't wrestle much, if at all, like most of the year,
if you're
terrible.
If you're paying a single one of those ex-WWE guys that wrestle just as less, if not less than him, go fuck yourself.
No, right. That's what you're saying. And I think that's his gripe. The CM Punks and Brian Danielson, whatever.
Yeah, that's fair.
I can see that logic. But
also Brian Danielson's doing a ton backstage. Working with
Brian Danielson has been in more matches in the last 6 weeks than MJF has been in probably the last
6 months.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I'm not trying to give Tony cards to play back at MJF, but your purpose with Maxwell has always been to be the antagonistical heel to get whomever into a spot where they'll do anything to get their hands on.
And
you.
he's been that in spades. Like fucking, he's been that and then some.
Isn't that what he's doing with Tony Khan right now?
Right. The MJF, in my opinion, has over-delivered what he was told to be in 2019. Over-delivered.
Don't sit here and be like, hey, I'm going to pay you this much. And then when someone blows it out the water, be like, whoa, you can't ask for a raise.
Well, there's no arbitration in wrestling. This ain't baseball.
Well, there's also the point, like, when you look at wrestling from a perspective of, if you're a salesman in your company and you're the number one grossing salesman in the country, you're getting paid less than the 28 other people that are below you. Like, you're going to go knock on the door and say, hey, I think I deserve more.
That's not, I don't know. It doesn't buy that. No. At the end of the year, I get a review and a raise. You don't get that in wrestling. You signed a contract for X amount of years. I don't sign a contract to my job. I get a yearly performance review, and my raise is based off that. Not how it works in wrestling. Should it? Maybe. I don't know, but it ain't.
Again, I'm just saying, I think that you have to have the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you.
Here's the thing.
I just don't think it's ever happened.
You know, I agree. If I'm MJF, like, I'm pissed. Like, I get it. Like, from Tony's standpoint, you know, same way I justify things that Vince McMahon does for business. Like Tony Khan, yeah, guess what, kid? You signed a deal in probably 2018, 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you signed a deal. This is what we agreed on.
On your deal.
You know, your deal ends in 2024, and we'll negotiate then. You know, this is what you're owed monthly or weekly or however they work it out until that point. So again, it's business. It's dirty pool, but like you don't get to be a billionaire by not having dirty pool. It's just how it goes. I mean, you just saw Jake Atlas, or whatever his real name is, was arrested for domestic battery of his partner. And this is the difference again between being a private company and a public company. AEW silently removes him from the roster, and most people, unless you're on Twitter or social media, you probably don't even realize that it happens. That's kind of dirty pool to not address certain things. But Tony Khan's a billionaire with a private company, wrestling company. You can do those sorts of things. So if I'm MJF, I'm pissed. I'm seeing Adam Cole come in and make $2 million. I'm coming in. I'm seeing Bryan Danielson come in and make $4.5 million. You know, whatever they're making. I don't know what they're making. I'm just throwing numbers out. But like, you know, back in the WCW days when you're seeing Kevin Nash come in and make $9 million a year, and you're seeing Bret Hart get 3 years, $9 million. You're seeing Scott Hall make $10 million. You're seeing Randy Savage at 40 whatever years old he was when he came in, and he's making millions of dollars. You're sitting here getting paid probably $100 in a hot dog, you know, to do death-defying moves on a cruiserweight match on Nitro. You're probably not super thrilled as well. Like, so, you know, it stinks. But here's the deal. I don't, you know, this may be a shock to a lot of people listening to this show. The wrestling business is dirty. I mean, just dirty. We've seen things behind the scenes in independent companies that you're just like, man, like this is fucking wild. Like but so, and if you don't think it's happening on the biggest level, and you know, who just reports today, Thunder Rosa not happy with the amount of TV time she's getting,
and she's correct.
100%. But
I need to see her more. I mean, guess
what? We just passed the 3-year mark.
On TV more, you have to put less Jade Cargill on there.
That's true.
But like we just passed the 3-year mark, man. At that newlywed phase.
Honeymoon's over, buddy. Honeymoon's been over.
Honeymoon's over. Yep.
I truly believe that AEW tomorrow could come up with a second 2-hour show, do a draft, and roster split, and there still wouldn't be enough TV time for people that deserve TV time.
They'll still fuck it up.
Well, no, it's not about fucking it up, because we all know that they're going to fuck it up if they did that. What I'm saying is there would be people that would still deserve TV time that would not be on TV.
Yeah.
I want to go on record by saying I thoroughly enjoy watching AEW as well. I feel like we've spent the greater part of 30 minutes absolutely shitting on them. I thoroughly enjoy it. I really do.
Here's the difference, though. No, Ryan, I'm with you. Here's the difference between us and other no-name podcasts I do respect. We actually watch the fucking product. So what we're saying about AEW is coming from a place of constructive criticism.
Oh, yeah. I want AEW to be around for a long time. I really do.
Me too.
AEW is probably the program that I watch the most consistently.
Likewise.
Like, there's weeks where I miss Raw. Like, 3 hours of Raw
is
shocking.
It is shocking on your mouth, Jim, you saying that, though, to be honest.
3 hours of Raw is a big commitment.
It's a good thing I was sitting down.
SmackDown, I couldn't tell you the last time I watched an episode of SmackDown.
Friday's a bad day.
I couldn't tell you the last time I watched NXT. So, like AEW Dynamite, I should say, because Rampage, couldn't tell you the last time I watched Rampage.
Likewise.
Yeah, because they show it at 5:30 on Fridays because of fucking
5:30 on Fridays, I'm still working. 10:30 on Friday nights, I'm not watching a shitty wrestling show. I'm not watching your B show at 10:30 at night.
These are an hour long. That's not long to commit, though.
It's a quick and the baddies. What? I'm so fucking shocked.
And you're giving me Ass Boy #2 versus, Ricky Stark's shirt handler. I have no interest to watch it.
By the way, Jim, did you enjoy the acclaimed intro this week at least? It's kind of cool.
I'm too white, EJ. We've been over this. I'm too white to enjoy the acclaimed intro.
Max Caster's raps always get more and more interesting. My complaint with the acclaimed entrance right now is that they have the Ass Boys with them saying random cities that aren't the city just to get Anthony Bowens more over whenever he says the correct city.
Right.
I'm sorry. You get a big enough pop whenever Bowens gets the mic without.
I agree. 100%. 100%.
Let's just go with what's fucking got us here.
Yeah, I'm too white, EJ. You know this.
And I will say this. I think I laughed harder when Bowens said Los Angeles, the claim have arrived, and everyone popped. And then you hear him go, "Scissor me."
Yeah.
Dad ass. I was like, where's the Lopez this is going on?
But we all agree that MJF, actually leaving the AEW abruptly would definitely hurt the company.
Absolutely hurt more than Cody.
It would be
for about 37 different reasons.
Yeah.
I can see a big ratings dip, in fact.
A 27-year-old, probably at the time this contract's up, a 27-year-old talent that's just going to get better in ring. You're losing your best promo guy. You're losing the guy that everybody fucking despises. I've listed off 5 in 28 seconds, and all of them are a bigger reason why him leaving hurts more than Cody. Because again, wrong side of 30. What is Cody doing for you except for getting over younger talent?
And here's the thing. You said there would be a big ratings dip. I don't even know that's necessarily true, because the AEW core is almost like it's a
cult. It's a cult.
Like I've seen a lot of tweets this week of people being like, it very, very quickly went from I support the wrestlers when it was Sasha and Naomi who were unhappy to people who were supporting Tony Khan and AEW because MJF wants more money. And I get money versus creative. JR, cash and creative.
2 hours ago, AEW Japan Twitter account opened.
But
here it is.
I think the core wouldn't turn away from AEW, but I think one of the things that could backfire is I think at least a portion of the core would tune into WWE even more.
The core, Jim, or the Nexus? Who the hell are you talking about now?
Nexus, sorry, not the core.
The core with 3 R's. The core. That's right.
But like, I think some of that core audience would tune over to WWE to see what MJF's doing.
Did that core audience flip over to see what Cody was doing?
I think the ratings bumped at least the first night he showed up.
I don't think there's more wrestling fans out there. I really don't.
But Cody,
I think those that like AEW watch AEW. Those that like WWE watch WWE, and us 4 schmucks are watching it all.
The wildest part of all of this is I like. There's part of me that wouldn't be shocked if Sunday at Hell in a Cell MJF walks out into that ring.
That would blow my mind, Jim.
Oh, I mean, there's part of me that'd be like, holy shit. But there's part of me that was just like, yep, it seems right for wrestling.
And that MJF promo was a well-written promo.
Oh, absolutely. Same thing as CM Punk's pipe bomb.
Absolutely.
So we think this is definitely a work, but with a lot of truth to it.
Yeah.
Sure.
The best stories always have truth in them.
Correct.
Like Katie
Especially
Vick.
Pro wrestling.
Ooh.
Like Katie. Oh God, why'd you go? Wow.
Ooh.
Oof. On that note, this is Hell in a Cell week.
Oh, hold
Live
on.
event.
You guys talk for a second. I got to move my computer to the charger if we're going to start talking about Hell in the Cell now.
Yeah,
We are. Yeah,
that's your topic, buddy.
I know it is. That's why I'm saying, hold on a second. Talk amongst yourselves.
You're doing a good job, Big Mac.
Let's
I
do
just found out his name's really Mike.
How about?
I look at it from this standpoint. The Celtics won game 1. I couldn't leave my seat. So.
Do you want to go over a top 5 again? Ryan's
No, fucking.
I mean, there's some that we missed.
No, I use the back door.
honorable mention.
That's a new one.
That is a new one.
I understand how anal works.
That was the honorable mention strategy also.
That's the one that Joe Lopez needs to be here for.
Yes, that is true. That is true. And
If you're not spreading your butt cheeks, I don't want to look.
That doesn't even sound like me. I don't think that was me.
No,
So I was going through the soundboard though, Jim, and like, so there's a lot of Ryan. There's definitely a lot of Tim.
there's a few.
There's some Mark and there's some
Right
you.
on the cock.
There's only 2 Matts though.
Yeah, Matt's a thinker. Matt, I think is very calculated. He makes sure he doesn't say things.
Yeah.
Matt was a teacher,
Yeah.
so Matt knows. The
And
filter
this one
I
of
don't.
Matt's I had to piece together.
It would be nice if you could like actually reach around.
Like I had to piece that one together.
Who gives a shit?
That one came out.
That's Old Faithful.
Yeah.
Matt's hysterical though.
Mark strapped a couple.
I didn't get much of it in me.
Tim's really cool. I love Tim's though. Tim's are really good too.
And, of course, and Mark's creme de la creme.
Every time I think it's Mike. I don't know why.
And then yeah, Tim's got a few.
I'll put my nuts on it. I will bet my nuts on it.
This one he choked on air one night, just
That's
breathing.
my favorite one.
That so
Was that the Matt Cardona? Was that when he did that one?
I think so.
I just peed a little.
What is clear is that 3CT has an obsession with cum.
I mean,
Why am I coming?
Yeah, see?
Yeah,
Makes sense.
Too much coming.
So
Okay.
Just want to
Michael.
invite people.
do we
Professional
want to
wrestling.
discuss In Your House NXT bioluminescent brand, or are we skipping?
I mean, I can't really help you much
What
on
the
that one
hell
personally.
is even that?
Jim, are you okay with? I mean, up to you, Jim and Ryan. I watch NXT in so long, I can't even tell you anything.
I filled out our scorecard right before we talked about it, and I couldn't remember a single match from 5 minutes ago when I filled out the scorecard.
Pineapple?
Yeah, like we ran down the cart. We didn't predict anything. Ooh, pineapple.
Yeah. Hi, Carol.
I didn't recognize probably half the names on the show.
Buddy, how do you not know Two Dimes? What?
I mean,
Two
it
Dimes.
just
Tony
Two
Two Dimes
Dimes.
Donovan. Come on.
Got
let's
Lisa
go.
Left Eye Lopez.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Tony Meet the Balls. Fucking faction of death.
like I didn't
Fella. Found her.
I didn't know that they changed Raul Mendoza's name. Something's not good.
Mendoza's out.
I love me some Nikita Lyons, though. I'll tell you that. Ooh.
Pineapple White Claw. Very
She's
sweet.
not on the card.
She got hurt. Didn't she get hurt though?
She has a slight tear of her MCL, I believe.
Yeah, I saw like her Instagram. Checking shit out.
Also, I'd be remiss to not mention, that we have the rematch of Carmelo Hayes versus Cameron Grimes to the moon.
Any shot of Grimes getting called up at some point next couple months?
No, because if he does, he'll be in AEW within 6 months.
Yeah, I don't. If he hasn't been called up yet,
I love Cameron Grimes. He's really young. He could be a future piece in WWE, but his ceiling would be like the United States title.
Hi, Bella.
Yeah, you're looking.
He's only 28.
You're looking at Trevor Lee in AEW.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have guessed he was like 34, 35.
The Carolina Caveman.
He's 28. You said?
Lee.
You said 28?
He was main eventing PWG shows like 5 months before he got signed.
Wait, you say 28, Jim?
Show. Yeah, he's real young.
It's the fucking beard. Like Mike was like fucking 49. He's only 30. Was it 32? You are? Oh, Mike.
Yeah, I would have guessed older for Cameron Grimes.
Yeah.
I'll be 34 in October.
Some shit, whatever. Youngin.
Yeah, I mean.
So Braun Beaker versus Joe Gacy is the other.
Beep 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 beep.
Then there's some other shit going on. Mostly the Toxic Attraction. Any chance any of them lose their titles?
I think there's a chance all
Toxic
three of them lose their title.
I think Toxic they've had the belt what fucking like 8 months now, at least.
The tag champs? No, they lost them to
Dakota
and
won
Raquel.
back.
Or like 2 nights later or whatever.
Okay.
And then like 2 weeks later, Dakota got released.
Right.
I don't think they lose them to whoever their mighty
Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter.
Is that a Saturday? Is that a Saturday PLE?
Yes.
Okay.
Now that's why I also don't think Mandy loses, because I don't know that Wendy Choo 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 is the.
I choose you.
Mandy Rose is the let's see, 1, 2, 3.
Like 4th longest reigning champion of all time.
Yeah.
Damn, are you serious? Wow. Interesting.
7th longest reigning NXT Women's Champion.
Or just total days of holding the title?
Total days.
She's had it for a while now, though. She's just like last year.
But now they've literally only had 2. They've literally only had 2
2.0
champs. So
right.
Okay.
Raquel had it, right? And then she beat Raquel, right?
Yes.
Right.
But yeah, the only people who have held it longer are Bailey, Charlotte,
and Baszler?
Io, Paige, Shayna Baszler, and Asuka.
What was Asuka's, like 600 days or something?
522.
Yeah, that's the only one that I don't think she has a shot in hell at catching.
I mean, Shayna Baszler at 416 feels awful high.
Yeah, never mind. I didn't know Shayna's was that high. I thought Shayna's was in like the mid 2s.
But like
Shayna was dominant.
But
no, she was super dominant. It just felt like because there were so many shows that she was on, it felt like less days.
Like Bailey's 223. So if we clear Saturday, she's passing Bailey. And then the next one would be Charlotte at 258. So that's another month. I don't see her losing it in a month.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then
Io?
Paige held it for 308 days, but it's recognized at 273. So that would only be another 20. Like that would be in play. And then beyond that, Io's at 304. Like she could easily go to 3rd.
Wow.
But dude, this Mandy run, like if she doesn't have this run, she's future endeavored. But she's reinvented herself tremendously.
I agree.
In NXT.
Agreed.
I could see her lose the title and be featured endeavored immediately.
Oh,
because the WWE wouldn't know what to do with her on the main roster.
Moving into third place in a couple of months, or I could see her being flipped on Tuesday.
No, she gets to third place and is still released by the end of the year.
And they still get pink slipped.
Mm-hmm.
You're not wrong. You're not.
All right.
Wrong.
All right.
Saudi Arabia's second cousin pay-per-view. We had Limoncello Chamber there. We have Hell in the Cell from the
second cousin.
I mean, whatever. Rosemont, Illinois, the All-State Arena. It will be hell. All right, we'll start with because AEW put on a really shitty mixed trios match. I think we should start with one that has an opportunity to be really good. It is Judgment Day. It is Edge. It is Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley taking on Little Liv Morgan. Happy birthday, AJ Styles, whose birthday is Thursday.
Also known as Lil Spoon.
And of course, Finn Balor. Why do I feel like Demon Finn could make a return to end this feud?
What's that?
Why do I feel that Demon Finn could make a return to end this feud by the time it's all said and done? Like if you've been waiting to bring Demon Finn back for something that makes sense, like this is the thing that makes sense.
Yeah, the only reason I don't think it happens, at least not this Sunday, is because I don't think you have Judgment Day eating a loss right away.
Not this Sunday. I said when the feud ends.
Like SummerSlam, maybe.
Like Edge versus Demon Finn at SummerSlam.
Okay, I could see. Yeah, I could get behind that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Judgment Day, and I think we get the fourth member debuting. By the way.
Yeah, I see that.
Me too. We're Judgment Day as well.
Do we want to try to guess on who we think it's going to be?
Ooh, so
I just as well because I feel like the match prediction's easy here.
Yeah, I think this is more of the fun, like predicting. Do we think someone's going to show up to be their fourth member, and who is it going to be? Jim, I believe you have a soundbite I'm selecting.
Uh-oh.
Chips.
Oh, really? Did they break up? Or is
here? Tommaso Ciampa will be on the show in one way, shape, or form. He's either joining Judgment Day or he's costing Mustafa Ali the U.S. title. It's one of the fucking two.
Okay. Yeah, I could see.
If it's not Ciampa, the name that I think that they're floating around like this, like I would love if they bring Donovan Dijakovic in and pair him with Damian Priest and let them be the tag champs. But he's got to be fucking Dominic Dijakovic. He can't be fucking T-Bar.
Can we have him just be Dijak? Can we forget that he's a Djokovic?
Fine.
It's like, I mean, we lose names and parts of names all the time with no explanation.
No, he was Dijak in Ring of Honor. There's no chance in hell he's Donovan Dijak.
Got it. Donovan Dijak. There we go.
Dijak.
It's a soft J.
Just name him fucking Dijak.
Like yogging.
Yammer Yager.
Fucking just call him. Can you just call him Dijak? Like, I mean.
Anybody else?
Feast your eyes.
Anybody else got a guess?
MJF.
I mean, it would be cool, but yeah,
he shows up after Cody wins.
Yeah. I think it could very easily be tomato chips.
Tomato chips.
But for the sake of giving a different answer, I'm gonna say it's going to be and because this is what I thought should have been a team within Judgment Day to begin with. Lil Liv turns on AJ and Finn and rejoins Rhea within the Judgment Day because we need women's tag teams for this pretend tournament that they keep not even telling us is happening anytime soon. Anyhow,
I have a name. But get your button ready, Jim. Shame it, man.
The best in the world.
This is a long.
I hit the shortest one.
It's the dark one.
Shane McMahon! Shane McMahon!
There we go. Fucking hillbilly.
Oh man. I didn't think we were gonna get one of those on this show.
But we're here.
But here we are.
That's right.
I love the fact that he teased Corey Graves.
What's that?
What's that?
Edge teased Corey Graves in a promo that he could be the next member of Judgment Day.
Well, there's some rumors about him coming back to the ring, though. There's some rumors that him saying want to come back.
Weird.
Yeah. I mean, that wouldn't shock me, actually.
So it's funny. I know it's not going to be this person, but I would mark out if it was. Edge posted a picture on his Instagram of Bailey.
That crossed my mind too.
Posting pictures of everybody under
everybody, yeah.
Oh no, for sure. That's what I'm saying. I obviously don't think it's going to be her, but that would be a fun.
I miss Bailey
at that stable. But if you're gonna have a women's wrestler be a singles, like Rhea's fine in that aspect, you don't need to add someone who's gonna just out trump her.
Yeah, no. And I think initially when Bailey returns, she's gonna get cheered as well.
Correct.
Because people are just gonna be fucking. I'm not necessarily saying she's gonna go back to being the
face,
the hugger, but like she's gonna get cheered when she returns.
She's great as a heel. She's so great as a heel.
Do they bring her back at Hell in the Cell to help alleviate the negativity of the Sasha Naomi thing?
Yeah, that's yeah.
But almost make you forget that they're not there.
I feel like with all of the buzz around another company in wrestling, that all of a sudden that Sasha Naomi buzz has died off.
Kind of like that's the wayside now.
Real quick.
No one's talking
I'm just
about
saying,
that.
you have a shot here to rebolster your women's division and basically show the two of them that are sitting at home that, hey, by the way, we don't need you as bad as we think.
Yeah. And if it doesn't happen Sunday, it could easily happen Monday.
Keep talking. All right, back. Keep talking.
Ryan, who do you think's the?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's obviously Judgment Day, and I think it's not going to be somebody that Edge tweeted about. So I have all the pictures here. I don't think it's going to be Tommaso Ciampa. It won't be Paige. It won't be Corey Graves or Lil Liv. It won't be Finn Balor or AJ Styles or Bailey or Elias or Shotzi Blackheart. It won't be Mustafa Ali. It won't be well, that's Kana, but that's Asuka. It won't be The Rock's daughter, and it won't be Shinsuke Nakamura. That is who Edge had tweeted about. It won't be any of them. I still think there's play, even though he showed up on Dynamite a couple weeks ago for Gangrel to come back and be more of a manager figure to all three of them.
I mean, that would be super
still
cool.
Be Edge's group, kind of a advocate, if you will, in a Gangrel role. I think that should have been there a long, long time ago. He should have never shown up on AEW. It's a shame that WWE didn't do anything with him. It's perfect for him, I think.
All right.
That or Nikki ASH, and she'll kind of go back to the old crazy gimmick. Lose the Ash, Nikki Cross, kind of sanity Nikki Cross.
Do they bring Doudrop with her?
Sure, she can come. There's room for everybody.
All right. U.S. title match. It is Joe Lopez's fantasy, the U.S. champion, Bucktooth McGee, Austin Theory, and his fucking like 96 abs that I believe Joe has said on this podcast numerous times that he'd lick every one of because he
has said that multiple times.
Joe, I'm getting all your punchlines in tonight, even though you're not here, bud. He's taking on the challenge of.
Was it something I said, Joe?
It's more like something he can't say.
It doesn't. It just. You're doing your best, man. It just doesn't have the same passion, I guess is the word. that Joe relays when he's talking about Theory and his 98 abs. Yeah.
Yeah, the theory of relativity over here. All right. He's taking on the leader of that really bad stable that lasted for like 4 weeks, and then half of them got released, and for some reason we still have T-Bar because of it. He's taking on Mustafa Ali. I haven't watched Brawl in at least a month, so why Mustafa Ali? Like, what the fuck are we doing? And A-Town Down, because that's a really bad theme song that Austin Theory has.
What did I miss match-wise?
We only talked about.
We're at the main event.
We're at Theory of Relativity versus Mustafa.
Oh, the future Mr. Joe Lopez.
Yep.
Yes, future Mr. Joe Lopez.
Yeah, we talked about all 99 abs.
I mean, Mr. Joe Lopez wins. I mean, he's the hot hand right now, I guess. So.
I'm gonna take Ali via disqualification after Ciampa cost him the match, and it leads to them having a match potentially, or them just being involved in Money in the Bank next month.
By the way, Ali is 37 years old. I didn't realize I was that old.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Just because people look like they're 22 doesn't mean that they're 22. It's the reason why some people go in prison for a long time, because, 15 will get you 20.
Ooh. From the hip, Michael. From the hip.
You don't want to see my hand from a hip yet?
Ryan.
Yeah. The future Mr. Joe Lopez.
He's buying it already, buddy.
There you go. He's got the gimmick down.
Porn star.
I do not think this is going to happen, but I am going to predict it because I think it would be a fun twist that most people don't actually see happening. And Ali walks out as new U.S. champ.
I should have said the future Mr. Alonso Diaz, but
Yeah.
Porn star.
All right. Next match will feature conspiracy theorist 76-307 Kevin Owens against the man that wants to rollerblade with Ezekiel.
This is tough, actually.
Is it wrong that I want them to find an Elias stunt double and him walk out in the middle of this match? And be like,
no, it's not wrong at all.
Dude, the whole time that this entire gimmick, like, I just keep thinking, I'm like, what if the dude really has a twin brother?
Yeah, seriously.
That we don't actually know about. And at some point, like, fucking Elias actually just comes out and we're like, wait, what?
What the fuck?
Like, this whole time? But no,
go ahead.
I like Ezekiel to win here. This is so much fucking fun.
I love this fucking feud.
It's so good. And, like, it has no business being as good as it is. Like, Kevin Owens just continues to be the fucking best.
I mean, it's sports entertainment is violence. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
Fucking give me Ezekiel, man. I'm with you on that one, Ezekiel.
Yeah, I also have Ezekiel Jackson picking up the win here.
The funny thing that you say that name, I think that's a name on one of those the modern wrestling apps that they have, like where you get like the cards. Hold on, I'm gonna look real quick while we're talking. And
yeah, Big Zeke.
I'm also picking Who Wants to Walk with Ezekiel. But here's the thing: when I look at it from the perspective of, I would love for Elias to walk out and just basically peek his head out and be literally looking at him like, "Yo, why did you lock me in the closet, asshole? Mom's been looking for me for like 3 weeks. Like, you have to be a dick about it. You could have just said you wanted to come play. Like, what the fuck, man?" Yeah, so that's my pick here. I'm gonna see if I can find this real quick.
I'm actually thinking about it now. Like, I'm actually bummed that, like, we didn't get this gimmick within the Thunderdome at all, because you could have very easily done, like, remember on, like, Full House when there it is.
There it is.
Remember on, like, Full House when you had, like, Uncle Jesse and, like, his cousin Stavros, the episode where where they're like, John Stamos is staring at, like, Greek John Stamos. Like, I'm like, I just wish we could have gotten Ezekiel and them with, like, a fake beard on his face, just, like, hanging out backstage. Like, I don't wish the Thunderdome to return, but I kind of want that moment in a cinematic world.
That would be pretty epic. I'm not gonna lie. Best part about this feud, though, in all honesty, is Sami Zayn basically calling Kevin Owens like psycho. It's like, wow, pop me kettle. In a match that for some reason this feud just keeps fucking going. It's Bob Lashley.
Bobby! Wow, it's a new one.
It is a new one.
New one to steal. Would be bad if I didn't steal it.
He's taking on LVP, the least valuable player, and the guy who almost got away with it. In a 2-on-1 handicap match that I've so elegantly billed. Fuck. I'm out of beer.
I mean, as listener of 3CT, Devin called him earlier. Omar.
And what?
And MVP.
It wasn't The Wire?
Apparently, either that or his big wang got in the way and messed up his type. But yeah, I mean, if Lashley wins this,
Bobby,
you might as well just give almost a Viking funeral at this point. Like it's over. It is over. Yeah, it's got to be. If you have any hope to redeem Omos here, it's got to be him and MVP.
Yeah, same here.
Yes, I agree, Omar.
Mark coming.
You guys almost got away with it.
Don't do it.
Bobby.
Bob.
He pins the LVP. He's the least valuable player for a reason. Duh. He's in this match to save Omos from having to fucking fall and get back up.
Well, that's true.
It looks painful for that kind of move at points.
So bad.
All right, the triple threat match for the Raw Women's title. It is the Becky Lynch, versus Nobody Ready for Asuka, versus the EST of the PhD of the LLC of the Onomatopoeia of the NARA Rifle Gas Station Association of America, Bianca Belair.
By the way, I just threw on last year's NXT in your house, and I looked up like the match card. Literally about 3/4
gone
of that roster is either gone from the company or main rostered, and there's only like 2 that are main rostered.
Yeah, isn't Eli Drake one of them? L.A. Knight.
Yep. Yeah. What's his name now?
Max Dupree or something.
Yeah, Max Dupree.
I don't mind that name. I just don't mind that name, actually.
I hate that name. You want to know why? Because it makes me think of Rene Dupree. I'm a French guy.
Oh.
Look at me.
Okay.
It's fucking
yeah, it's
bad,
bad,
man.
man. Like the opening match was Bronson Reed and MSK versus Legado del Fantasma, who's obviously still there.
Let's see. New Japan, douchebag, still there. Santos Escobar, Joaquin Wilde, and Del Taco. Cool.
Then you had Xia Li versus Mercedes Martinez. One is on SmackDown, one is gone.
Main roster, ROH Women's Champion.
LA Knight versus Cameron Grimes, so main roster.
Free
still
North
there.
American title.
Raquel with Dakota versus Ember Moon. Main roster, gone.
Was that a 2-on-1 handicap match?
Well, no, Dakota was just with.
Oh, okay. All right,
Like,
because you were like versus. I thought it was a 2-on-1 handicap match.
And then the main event, the Fatal 5-Way, was Karrion Kross.
Gone.
Of course, with Scarlett, gone.
OnlyFans.
Defeated Kyle O'Reilly. Gone. Adam Cole.
Gone.
Okay.
Gone. Gargano.
Gone.
And he done main roster.
Butch.
That's
Don't
June 13th of last year that
Wow.
event.
Wow, unbelievable. What does a year makes?
Life moves pretty fast.
Yep.
Bad. All right, triple threat match for the women's title. Anybody want to go with this one?
Belair.
I'm going Bianca, but it wouldn't shock me if Becky wins this.
If anybody walks out with the title that isn't Bianca, it should be Asuka.
I'm with Jim.
But I have Bianca retaining, but if it's anybody, it should be Asuka.
Arguably the 3 hottest girls on the roster, arguably.
I mean, no,
You know I love Oscar. Me and you love Oscar, Jim.
I mean, I love
Oscar's roll
Bianca,
tide.
Oscar, my top 3 right there.
I don't know that Oscar's the one that I would take out of this equation.
Becky Lynch is gone.
Yeah, I'm taking Becky out of the equation.
I might take both the other two out, to be honest with you.
I mean, I like Bianca a lot.
I don't dislike Bianca. I just don't know that I have her in my top 5.
Yeah, I don't.
What's about looks? Actually, what's about looks? Not just like favorite wrestlers.
Buddy, that's what I'm going for.
We're going shallow. Lil Liv is in there, so I definitely take Becky Lynch out for Lil Liv.
Liv's all right.
You know what? I take Bianca Belair out and put Rhea Ripley in there too.
Oh, yeah, Rhea.
Fuck yeah. And
Bailey. That butt.
Love Bailey.
So rest my hand in her butt. Is that okay?
I mean,
what was the question?
No, I just want to rest my head on her butt. Is that okay?
I mean, if she lets you, that's totally okay.
Yeah.
She's a hugger.
As long as she lets you, it's okay.
Oh yeah, of course.
Do what you will.
She's gonna teach us about consent real quick.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, right.
Then inside hell, in a cell.
Hell.
It's the urban American nightmare dream scenario. Cody Rhodes.
Well, I mean, racism. Of course, he's an urban American.
First ever mixed race father, trying to fix the world one day at a time while doing the work of everybody's favorite Jesus. Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes taking on a guy who's got an F-bomb in the middle of his name, but they just decided to name it freaking instead of fucking. It's Seth Rollins.
They're not on the AEW.
So Cody's won both matches, right, so far, right? Yeah. Any time to give Seth a little bit of some juice here? It's a little bit.
Oh.
No. This is Summer of Cody, man. All about
this is summer MJF, motherfucker.
It's all about the Codester. This is Cody Rhodes with a bullet.
Wait, did you say Codester, brother?
Dude,
he might have
one of the dudes, Jason from the Mindless Wrestling, was at WrestleMania.
Also, Celtic fan too. You appreciate that, Mike?
Let's go see.
Diehard Celtic fan.
He said he was at WrestleMania Backlash.
He was,
and I think he's like 90% of the Cody merchandise that he saw was kids.
Oh my God, they're doing Hogan again.
I'm telling you, man, it's the fucking Codester.
Buddy,
comes out with the weight belt, giving it to kids.
He wins Money in the Bank, and the Winged Eagle returns.
Oh, I hope it comes just for that. Just for that, I'll go Cody.
In my soul, something.
Cody Rhodes. Give me Cody. I'll go Cody one time.
There's no chance Seth Rollins is winning on Sunday.
Cody hat trick, baby.
You know what I'll take? I'll take Seth getting a lot of the offense in and Cody taking a beating. But all it takes is one move. Heat. Hits him with the fucking.
I know we keep saying that Seth can lose and doesn't hurt him, but we've been saying this for last fucking year now, almost 2 years.
But guess what? It hasn't hurt him yet.
Right.
It's not gonna start now when he's losing.
Is it ever going to hurt him at some point?
Nope.
Yeah, when he loses to the Omoses of the world, sure, let's have a conversation.
Okay.
He keeps putting over the top 3 guys in the company. He's in a pretty damn good position.
He's a great loser.
He doesn't need to win matches right now. The fact of the matter is, he won all those matches whenever he was part of the corporation or whatever the fuck they called themselves. You know, he got all of his wins there. It made sense. He's a former champion. He doesn't need to win the title right now. He doesn't even need to win matches.
I mean, Seth literally, now granted, it was by DQ, literally beat Roman Reigns at Royal Rumble.
True.
He was on the winning Survivor Series team. It was Hell in a Cell last year, was his last singles pay-per-view win over Cesaro.
Okay.
June 20th of last year, he defeated Cesaro. He beat Nakamura at Fastlane last year. Then before that, you go back to SummerSlam of 2020 when he beat Dominic Mysterio in a street fight.
I mean, that's not saying much. Dominic Mysterio.
Now that you mentioned that guy's name, I have to go back and say this. And I was going to say this at the beginning of the show. We were talking about AEW. Lucha Bros come out for the 6-man tag match with House of Black. I shit you not, I see Penta's son running out with them, and the whole movie theater is quiet. And I go, "Hey, what's up, Dominic Mysterio?" The whole fucking time he starts fucking crying. They're laughing. So
I actually thought it was Ray, if we're being totally honest. But then I realized his knees weren't that good to run. So
Jesus.
And then, and of course, in July of 2020, he beat Rey Mysterio when he poked his eye out.
Of course, fun times.
Make sure I brought that up.
Yeah, see, Seth is a guy that I think it doesn't matter until he starts losing to the Omoses and Austin Theories of the world, where you're kind of like, okay, what are we doing?
Right.
You know what it is though for me. You know what it is for me though, Jim. So I started watching the product in June of 2019, right? So Seth is champion, right? So you get a little bit of Seth. People already have Seth fatigue at that point. He turns heel later that year, and then we've had pretty much the Messiah, and then this.
I think the Seth he comes from, though, he has the MJF gene. He's so much better as a heel and someone that you can boo.
Yeah.
You just don't want Seth Rollins as a face.
Well, the best part about being, the one of the key things about being a heel is people love seeing them get their ass kicked.
Right.
So the money in a great heel is seeing them lose. So now he'll win on TV sometimes.
Yeah.
And he'll get he'll get that shit DQ win or whatever. But like the payoff in a feud is the heel losing.
What you want the investment in a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Cody Hattrick.
I'm turn face again, and then he'll be fine as well.
I'm okay with it. Give me the Cody Hattrick. I'm good.
Hell yeah.
Cody unanimous here, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. That will then the next premium live event after this is Money in the Bank, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Are we saying that Cody is the Vegas betting line favorite to walk out of Las Vegas as the Money in the Bank winner?
Yes.
It should be, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, didn't we say that back as early as April that
Well, I mean, I think we all think that he should walk out of Vegas with the briefcase. The question is, do they pull the trigger? And if they do, how long does he hold the briefcase for before potentially taking one of the titles off of Roman Reigns to put it back on Raw?
I think this is where the WWE swerves you just to swerve you.
That's kind of what
and ends up shooting themselves in the foot when they should have done it. They're going to swerve you to just swerve you and put it on somebody else.
That makes sense, right?
That's kind of what I've been thinking. It's one of those things where it's like everybody's like, oh yeah, he's 100% walking out of Vegas with the briefcase. Next thing you know, it's The Miz.
This is going to be the WWE getting in their own way.
You know what?
I don't know.
In the last 5 months, it's time.
And I don't know. Like, something tells me that in these negotiations, that there was plans. Like I know they say WWE doesn't plan things out anymore, but when you're bringing over Cody and I watched him on the Broken Skull thing, and like I've heard some of the interviews he's been doing, like there's just like this undertone that tells me that part of the negotiations that made him really kind of pull that trigger is like things are going to happen correctly, and things are going to happen correctly quickly. And to think about that one, but like so I feel like these things are they're not only written in ink, they're like chiseled into stone at this point.
I hope you're right. The only way I don't think he walks out is if he isn't in the match.
Well, yeah.
I have no doubt.
If he's in it, signed, sealed, delivered.
No doubt he's Money in the Bank winner in July. No doubt about that. That's to me, it's
part of the like since Mania, Raw's been easily better than SmackDown.
Oh my God, yeah, and no one's talking about it.
Part of the reason.
So you know how every day for the last like couple of years, like Raw sucks, and that. I've heard a Raw sucks. Seen a tweet in fucking months.
No.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because like everyone wants to just keep talking about how great SmackDown's been with Roman Reigns, but Roman Reigns really hasn't been seen in the last
month
since helping the Usos win the fucking tag titles.
Right. But quiet as kept too. Also, Raw's been better. I would say Raw's has been not so much better SmackDown. I mean, obviously better than SmackDown now, but Raw's been much better since the draft. Honestly, it's actually been much more palatable to watch.
Raw has been better since the return
of
the Urban American Dream, Cody Rhodes.
No, right. But I think even when they revamped the lineup in October.
But that's when Raw stepped on the gas.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah. They've gone to a different level.
No, I agree.
All right. That's Hell in the Cell. Thank God it's fucking over.
All right, let's get to our rankings for the May Wrestlers of the Month. We have our rankings.
We do. Top 25 of the power rankings. See, Ryan, we do things a little different here. I didn't steal all your guys' idea. I changed it up. We do our nominations every week, and then at the end of the month, we power rank them 1 through 25. 25 points for the first place winner, all the way down to 1 for the person that comes in 25th. Take it by an average score. The May Wrestler of the Month are the new unified tag team champions. It's Jimmy and Jay, the Uso brothers. Second is the Urban American Dream, Cody Rhodes.
Down sentence,
Cody. Third is the Briscoe brothers. Fourth is Joey Samoa. Fifth place is Adam Cole. Bye-bye. Sixth is the guy who has LA Laker colored title belt, Scorpio Sky. Seventh is the Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Eighth was Asuka.
I'm back.
Ninth was Wardlow. Excuse me. 10th was Ronda Rousey. 11th, Mercedes Martinez. 12 is Veer because he came hard.
That was coming.
Yep. 13 is Swerve and Keith Lee, the tag team. 14th, the Impact champion, Josh Alexander. 15th was Rhea Ripley. 16th was Bob.
Bob!
16th, tied with Bob, was Kazuchika Okada because I don't think Ernest knows who the fuck that is.
I do now. You just said it.
18th, Chris Statlander. 19th, Cool Kyle. 20th was Ace Austin. 21st, Jeff Hardy. 21st also was Hiroshi Tanahashi. 23rd, Darby Allin. 24th, the IWGP U.S. Champion, Juice Robinson. Because, nobody except for me put Juice in their top 25. Looking at all of you motherfuckers.
I have no idea who that
is.
And
that's CJ Parker, my guy from NXT. You know that.
Oh, I know him. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And 25th was our good friend Wheeler Yuter.
Hold on a second. So we had, you give me some of this all the time on Football's Awesome thing when we do this all the time. You had two ABs situations here?
No, I had it where it ended in a tie because of the point spread, moron. I didn't A-B anything.
Still 20A, 20B.
No, it's not.
I know it's tie. I'm just saying.
It's not. Because here's the thing. If you would have used half of a fucking brain cell and voted for Okada, who fucking retained the IWGP title.
CJ.
You see how easy this is getting all wired? So you see this getting wired?
Big Mac, you're out of line.
I am. But that's okay because he's our resident fun.
Way out of line, buddy.
All right. Top 5 for the year so far. Adam Hangman Page is still in first. Sammy Guevara is in second. Brock Lesnar is in third. The Urban American Dream, Cody Rhodes, is in fourth. And Carmelo Hayes rounds out the top 5.
Let's go. All right. Now for our wrestlers of the week.
Hold on. Yeah, it's that part of my spreadsheet.
Okay.
All right, so what we do here is everyone's going to nominate 2 people. We're going to give Ryan Joe's picks because Joe is not here. So because he is the guest of honor this week for the month of June, we're going to give
and he's a sausage guy.
Ryan the first pick.
This is for Joe then, right?
Yeah, you get to pick your for the wrestler of the week for Joe.
Awesome theory then.
You get 2 of them. Oh wow, he's going straight off the rip here. Also,
Jesus. So Joe's Mr. Show.
No. That's how Joe would pick it, right? Joe would say Austin Theory's left pec and Austin Theory's right pec.
Right. Some to extent, right.
You ain't wrong.
He's doing it wrong.
He's doing the Joe roll wrong. Correct here, actually. Good job.
Dang nabbit. I'm gonna say Wardlow. He's a free man. He did a lot of power bombs.
I like it.
Wardlow.
I like that.
Jim.
I will go with new AEW World Heavyweight Champion, Chicago-made Punk.
Ernesto.
Even though he lost his match on the pay-per-view, his fucking promo was fucking fire. Give me MJF.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna go with it. Always bet on black. Give me the House of Black.
Aha. All right.
Ryan?
You're taking the entire House of Black.
Correct.
Shed and everything.
The whole house.
The estate of Black.
Yeah.
Big
all
house.
of it.
All right, that's fine. So to not repeat anybody, I'm going to go with and yesterday was National Dentist Day, so I will go with the dentist, DMD, Miss Britt Baker.
Wait, she's a dentist?
She is a dentist, Jim.
The way you asked that, though, the way you said that, though, is hysterical.
Why would, they have 8 people on commentary every fucking show. You would think one of them.
Somebody needs to say something.
Somebody should tell us at some point that she's a dentist. I feel cheated.
You know what, Jim? I take it back now. Now that you said all that shit about her being a dentist, I don't want to put her in there anymore. My next person of the week, is that what we're calling it?
Yeah.
What is it? And we should have done this for the 3 count show too. I'm gonna say it's Tony Khan's drug dealer. I'd like to put them as a nomination because without him, we wouldn't have gotten this long ass pay-per-view that we're talking about.
Yeah, you're.
You know, my favorite thing is when he introduces NBA basketball players.
I need to put that one on the fucking board.
Oh, you don't have that one?
I
have it.
I'll get it.
I have it.
Giannis. I think a good one.
I have it. My board is down, though. I do have the sound.
Oh, Jim, you've let me down. All right, whatever. So it's Britt Baker again.
Jim.
Wait, I got it right here.
Audiences everywhere.
Oh, god damn you, YouTube.
Go about like 38 seconds to this.
Get it. I'll get it. Just give me a minute.
How much? That was good.
Page, ladies and gentlemen, the Greek Freak.
I swear to God, if I get another copyright strike this week, I know why I got it. It's because of this fucking clown's ass.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Greek Freak.
It's the most ridiculous.
I got married with passion though, and the drugs too. Go ahead, Joe. I mean, Jim.
It's Jim's pick.
So you did go with the dentist, Ryan?
Yeah, I went back to the dentist.
Okay.
You talked me off the drug dealer.
Well, I mean, he didn't wrestle, he had to wrestle his wallet back into his pants. The drug dealer did, but I will go with the other half of the dentist couple, Bebe, and I will go with Adam Cole.
All right, Ernest, your final selection.
All right, I'm gonna go with the return after 8 months of the Redeemer, Miro. Big win against Johnny Elite this week.
All right, so
a big win, I suppose.
You know what I mean? He's just back.
Come in my face.
All right, so I'm taking the last 2 picks here, so we get to our 9 for the week. First up, obviously, the best win on Sunday's 26.2 marathon that we all ran together. It was on the pre-show. It was the first match. It was the best match of the night. Send Hookhausen.
I like it.
And I believe that they should be tag team champions absolutely in the next 3 months because fuck it, send Hook.
I like it.
And my final pick, I went back and forth on this. And and like I had like 2-3 names that I was sitting back on. I was going to mention the Jericho Appreciation Society for winning Anarchy in the Arena, but Chris Jericho's bald spot is making that impossible for me. So they're out.
That's your ass.
I was going to mention Jade Cargill for potentially breaking Bill Goldberg's record for not only ending people's careers but for not losing. But you know what?
He ain't lying.
Anna Jay somehow got up from that fucking shit move off the second rope. So she's gone. So I was also going to mention Thunder Rosa, for her lack of TV time and calling out Tony Khan. Stand up for yourself, girl. Tell him to stick it up his ass. And I'm talking about...
Oh, stick that cane right up your ass.
Exactly. I'm not talking about the cocaine that he's trying to smuggle through airports, but I digress. But I've come to the final member of this week's nominees, and it is the reigning tag team champions of All Elite Wrestling, somehow beating Swerve in Their Glory and the New Nation of Domination in a... I wrote Jim again.
Stop fucking him up, man. He's fucked up. You fucked him up.
All right, I'm taking Jurassic Express.
Wow.
Wow.
You're black enough to say that, Mike.
Thanks.
By proxy.
Right.
By proxy.
I got enough in the account to
got enough street cred.
Use one every once in a while.
Yeah, you got black people around him. Anyway, great show tonight as always. Ryan, go ahead and plug what you want to plug. You're muted, motherfucker.
You're muted.
You muted yourself after
I muted myself. What an idiot. That's exactly what happened.
Like myself.
That's usually what I say. Yeah, I don't know. I'm on Twitter. It's RYNEAGLE. What's
Is the Eagle? Is the Eagle has to do with the Philadelphia Eagles?
It's got to do with a lot of stuff.
Okay.
It's my favorite bird. Yes, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh God.
Yeah, and then it's my name minus the A, so it's RYNEAGLE. That's there on Twitter. I don't know. Don't follow me. Follow me. I don't care. Do what you want. Sometimes I talk politics. If you want to talk politics, get me riled up. Go ahead. Follow me. I don't care. See what happens.
Talk Clay Travis with a motherfucker here when he left.
Let's go ahead and do it.
Bro kick.
Oh, what a fucking asshole.
Yeah, the bro kick his ass down the stairs.
Fucking hell.
Dude, if I can find Bobby Burack in the streets, I'll fuck his ass up. I'll risk going to jail for that motherfucker. Seriously. That piece of shit.
Travis has the fucking balls to go on talking about how he's proud he fucking cursed at a little league umpire and got ejected.
Yeah, I saw that.
Your kid is not going to grow up to be Derek fucking Jeter. Sit down, shut up. Like, this guy's getting probably paid $20 and a fucking hot dog at the snack bar to deal with your fucking...
Dude, the little league hot dogs are good.
You know how he said, Jim, we want to see Tony Khan's numbers about, AW's fiscal numbers? I want to see Clay Travis's fucking numbers at him and Buck, that fucking show that he claims is the best show on fucking in the country. What kind of rating?
There used to be a Twitter account called Exposing Clay.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, it got fucking shadow banned, probably because the fucking cult of Bro Kick got it kicked off of Twitter. But like they used to point out, like, nowhere in like the top 300 or anywhere was fucking Clay and Buck. They're so full of shit.
I know.
But like I said, he's a smart businessman because these fucking morons will lap that shit up. But anyway,
I'll punch Billy Brackens.
Follow me at Big Jim Sports. You can follow our show at 3 Count Thursday. Live show. You can hear that now on all podcast platforms from earlier today. You can catch it on YouTube. Tuesday show drops usually around 11 in the morning. That is a 1-hour podcast.
I get it Sunday though.
Yes, if you are a Patreon subscriber like EJ, starting at just $2 a month, you'll get the video and you will get it early. For the Tuesday show, we have merchandise over on TeePublic. Also, Huddle Up Podcast. We just dropped our latest episode this week. Should be getting some more in the can to get us pretty much now. Hopefully through like June and July, and then we'll be back kicking off again in August. We have some exciting stuff to unveil the rest of this summer as well over there.
Jim, you do like it in the can, right?
Love it in the can, absolutely. Absolutely.
He sure does, man.
And then Discussions with a Nobody, actually, the fucked up, stupid world that we live in, actually got me to fire off about a 20-minute episode over there.
After a year, right?
Yeah, after literally over a year.
Fucking guy.
Shut the fuck up. So finally got another one of them out. And
we got one plan, by the way, too. We got one plan we're going to be doing soon once this fucking thing is over. The real world.
We'll have some stuff coming, but I have a couple more episodes I'm probably going to be getting recorded here.
You'll
soon.
see in 5 months. Okay, guys.
As well. Eat my fucking ass, you fucking piece of shit.
Bing, bing, bong, bong, bing, bing.
Michael, go ahead.
Follow me on Twitter at They Call Me Burn. Follow the show at Take3 Wrestling. If you want to send me TikToks, you can at Teach Me How to Bernie, BERNIE, because it's my last name. Instagram, Fat Kid Certified SE. If you want to listen to me talk about baseball in South Florida in my baseball league, you can listen to my podcast, Sunny Days and Double Plays. If you want to listen to me school Ernest in football talk, you can listen to Football is Awesome, because Ernest is a fucking toolbox.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
And if you want to enjoy something, watch the Celtics win the NBA Finals, so Ernest can be wrong about that as well.
Oh, shut the fuck up. God, he's so bad. Hurry up.
So yeah, other than that, I'm gonna wrap it up with everybody love everybody.
Yeah, you do.
Tell someone you love them.
Yeah, fucking Celtics anyway. EJ7 on Twitter.
Start being in your season, you fucking Ranger.
Hey, listen. Look. Props to you guys doing that. By the way, I picked Boston win game 1. Did I say that publicly? I did say that publicly. Win game 1.
Hey, okay, hold on. You're the basketball analyst, right?
Yes, correct.
Pick up the phone. Call your friends. Tell them we'll let Steph Curry score 21 points in the first quarter and score 11 the rest of the night, and they can get fucking swept because fucking Jason Tatum went for 12. And they still fucking won that game somehow.
Fucking Tatum like shit, and he still won.
Al Horford wants a fucking ring. Give it to the man.
He's the only reason I want Boston. If I want Boston wins because of Al Horford, that is it.
Team high in points. Dude was all over the fucking place. If they win the series, it's because of Al Horford.
Dude, and that guy was out of the league like fucking within a year. Shit. Anyway, EJ7 on Twitter, of course, all the podcasts on the Wrestling Podcast feed. Ryan, thanks for the podcast. It was fun. We'll do it again definitely soon. It was fucking finally if they're like
super
fucking
podcast coming soon.
Yeah, can't wait.
Are we gonna tell intern Mark about that one, or are we just gonna leave him out?
How much time do you have for a show?
Whatever
the answer is, leave him out.
He ain't lying.
We've been live for 2 hours and 10 minutes. You tell me.
Yeah, he'll be right along with us. He'll be fine.